Hello everyone, Gianluca Massi speaking on the behalf of the Virtual Telescope Project, and at the very end we are live once again in this very busy time, bringing to you another potentially hazardous asteroid. A couple of nights ago, we tracked 2011 UL21, and now we are ready to show you another amazing asteroid that is 2024 HAM-K. Before I start, I want to thank the technological partners of the Virtual Telescope Project. They are Software Bisque, C-Web, and Telescope Live. That said, my friends, I don't want to spend time speaking without showing, so let me switch to the telescope console so that you can enjoy what actually is going on. I want to make sure we are just having the telescope ready, and then I will explain a few things about asteroids. Where it is, the console, here it is. Just making sure. Okay. Sorry, my friends. I'm trying to connect to the system. The reason why we delayed was that we were having troubles, but here we are now. Okay, with the internet, I mean. So, friends, I want to introduce what asteroids are before we start observing more carefully. More than 2 centuries ago, the first asteroid was discovered. It was the asteroid Ceres. It was discovered from Italy, by the way. Right now, I am in Luxembourg because here the Asteroid Day Foundation hosts the most important Asteroid Day event, and the telescopes I'm controlling for you and with you are about 2.5 thousands of kilometers far away from me, and it's a joy for me to use them to share asteroids. So, in more than 2 centuries, we discovered hundreds of thousands of objects. So, we basically have almost 1 million of asteroids discovered so far. The majority of them is pretty small. This is how the solar system will look like if we plot the asteroids. And you see many of them are in the so-called asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, but you also see there are asteroids, a reasonable number of asteroids in the inner solar system, that is when the Earth is. And quite opportunely, these objects are named near Earth asteroids. For the obvious reason, they are orbiting near our own planet, planet Earth. And from time to time, those near Earth objects can be reason of concern. This is why we decided to scan the skies to look for these near-Earth objects, and over the years we became better and better discovering them. This beautiful picture provided by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory is just showing how the number of discoveries increased over the years, and you see that this discovery rate exploded after, the 2000, and so far we are about we know about 35,000 asteroids, and as you can see, we have less than 1,000 object larger than 1 kilometers, and we have about 3,000 potentially hazardous asteroids. I will tell you what is a potentially hazardous asteroid very soon, because the one we are observing now is exactly an object of that kind, that is a potentially hazardous object. I'm just checking that the telescope is initializing in the right way, okay, and we are tracking beautifully. That's great. So back to the presentation. As you see, we really increased the discovery rates of near-Earth asteroids. This plot is just showing the near-Earth population, so we are limiting this discussion to those objects moving on orbits, bringing them close enough to our own planet. Of course, if you are a near-Earth asteroid, you can be of a different class depending on the shape of your orbit. We have the amorphous asteroid. They are never entering the orbit of the Earth. And you can see this plot by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory from the Office of Near Earth Objects there with our colleagues working there. They made available this beautiful plot showing the difference. So while Amors never enter the Earth orbits, Apollos are Earth-crossing objects, because as you can see at some point they are inside the Earth orbit. Then you have the Athens asteroids, and they are Earth-crossing as well, and this time they are spending most of their time inside the orbit of the Earth. Then you have also the so-called inner Earth objects, okay, and they are entirely inside the Earth of the orbit. So, in short, these are the four possible classes of near-Earth objects. But still, we have to define a potentially hazardous asteroids. So, you can be a near-Earth object, a near-Earth asteroid. Sometimes we say objects, near-Earth objects. Sometimes we say near-Earth asteroids. Okay, when we say near-Earth asteroids, we are limiting ourselves to asteroids. When we say near-Earth objects, we are referring to asteroids and comets, because even comets can reach the proximity of the Earth. But the near-Earth object population is by far dominated by asteroids, my friends. Then, what is a potentially hazardous asteroid? In other words, if you already are a near-Earth object, what do you need to be even a potentially hazardous asteroid? In order to be labeled that way, you need just to have two things. First of all, you have to be larger than 140 meters, and then you should be able to reach a minimum distance from the Earth shorter than 7.5 million. So every asteroid larger than 140 meters and able to come as close as 7.5 millions of kilometers or closer, it's a potentially hazardous asteroid. It is just a formal definition. And as you can understand, if you are such a potentially hazardous asteroid, it can still be very far from us. So potentially hazardous asteroid it doesn't mean at all that the object is going to hit the Earth. It simply means that you are larger than a given amount, 140 meters, able to come relatively close than 7.5 million kilometers, that it is much better that I keep an eye on you. But I mean, a potentially hazardous asteroid very likely will never hit the Earth. It just means you are a peculiar object, you are an outstanding object. And the object we are observing now, 2024 MK, is one of those beautiful, peculiar objects. And the virtual telescope is happy to bring this to you. I'm just switching back to our robotic telescope, and so that you can see the images we are taking right now. I'm proud to show you this image because I asked the telescope to slew and point this important asteroid, because 2024 MK is a potentially hazardous asteroid which earlier today, I would say about 10 hours ago, it reached a minimum distance from the Earth of more or less 300,000 kilometers, less than the lunar distance, 77% of the average lunar distance. So this object was inside the orbit of the Earth, and its size is around 200 meters. So it is a huge asteroid coming significantly close this time, but luckily for us, with no risks at all for our planet. But being so close and being so large, this object has been very bright at the time of the close approach, so that if you were in the right part of the world, like the south western Americas, you could be this with modest binoculars, my friends. So this is why I say this is an exceptional flyby. I'm just checking what is the distance of the object now. I'm just doing some quick calculation, if you don't mind, because everything is happening in real time. Okay. Well, while we are speaking, this object is still close to us. It is 400,000 kilometers, so it has left the lunar orbit, but still very close. Unfortunately, as I said, the flyby happened during broad daylight for Italy, so we could not share images of this object with you, but we are happy to do it now. Image after image, you can see this object moving, or better, you can see the stars behind it moving. What is happening now? I just want to close this image for a while. What you see here is the control panel of our robotic telescope. This is basically a star chart with all the stars, all the objects which are right now above our telescope in Tuscany, in Italy, okay? And the asteroid is just in the Pegasus constellation, where you see its name, 2024 MK, where you see a crosshair, yellow-red, because it is saying that the telescope is pointing there. The yellow circle is the telescope, and of course, if I ask the system to locate where the object is, it is there. The telescope is exactly placed where the object is. But a very peculiar characteristics of this close approaching object, very close approaching object, is that they are moving pretty fast against the stars, okay? Because they are close. At the flyby time, by the way, let me check how far this object was. This is another interesting number to give, about 9 kilometers per second. It's on average speed. Anyway, because of this, the object is really flying against the starry background, but we asked our robotic telescope to track at the speed, of course, of the object, and this is why the object is looking as a sharp dot of light while stars are trailing on the background. We are collecting images using an exposure time of 2 minutes. Look on the upper left where you see this countdown running, okay, on the left. And every time 2 minutes are gone, you can see the new image. Look how beautifully well the images are tracked. The asteroid is such a sharp dot of light, just clearly demonstrating how our telescope are able to track these demanding targets. While we are speaking, as I said, the object is already behind the lunar orbit, but still relatively close, 400,000 kilometers from us. So happy that we are sharing this, even if after the flyby. We always try to cover these objects when they are at the peak of the event at the flyby, but this time the flyby happened during Italian daylight, okay? But now we are really enjoying this amazing object. And this bright object is the asteroid, as I say, 2024 MK, a potentially hazardous asteroid, being 200 meters large and arrived very close to us 10 hours ago when it was just a bit less than 300,000 kilometers, 77% of the average lunar distance, so significantly inside the lunar orbit. And how beautiful this image is to celebrate the asteroid day as well. I want to remind you also that the Virtual Telescope project is always ready to bring to you these cosmic shows, okay? And we really want to do this every time this is possible, but for this we need your support, because you see, we never ask for money to people for joining us, but still you can understand technology making possible to track such an extreme target like this asteroid is not cheap, and we are paying this personally just for the sake of knowledge, to share knowledge with people worldwide. We will never ask for money to just share the cosmos with the citizen of the cosmos, because we are all citizens of the cosmos, my friends. But if you can support us, you are very welcome donating to the Virtual Telescope project. We have been around for 18 years now, and our legendary reputation is out there telling about our story. You know, we have been featured by the most important media on the planet, and we are just happy every time to bring the real-time cosmos to you. So if you want to support us, if you want to contribute to this project, please just visit www.virtualtelescope.eu/donate, and from there you can donate whatever you want. Those donating tonight will receive a complimentary exclusive image of this asteroid collected tonight. I will create an image just for those supporting us. If you will donate, you will find this image, but you will find many more other images so that you can download them. You can even print them and frame them on your walls if you like. Those who supported the Virtual Telescope in the past will find this image as well. This is retroactive, just they have to visit the link they received after donating to support the Virtual Telescope project. If you think that what we are doing is interesting, is worth your support, it is time for perhaps for you to support our project. Images are going. Let me see another thing now, because now I want to do another experiment, if you don't mind. I want to understand where the asteroid, in which direction the asteroid is moving. So I ask the telescope now to stop tracking. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let me see one thing. This is happening in real time. Now you will understand what I'm trying to do, my friends. If I will succeed, I think you will be happy. Let me, okay. I see the asteroid like a short trail now because, as I said, we are no longer tracking it, okay? But now, okay, okay. Let me see if I can put this in a more comfortable position. Okay, let me take a 2-minute exposure now. Unfortunately, I think that the asteroid will. Let's wait for a while, because I have something in mind I would like to do with you to show you what I think could be a very funny thing. By the way, as soon as the asteroid will be after those two little stars, I will start my experiment. We are almost there. I think we could go. Let me take now a 3-minute long images. Now I want to share with you what is happening. So far, we had telescope tracking the asteroid at its very own motion. As a result, our images were showing the asteroid like a sharp dot of light, while all the stars on the background were simply just living streaks. Now I just asked the telescope to track at its ordinary motion. What does this mean? You know, we are on the planet Earth, the Earth is rotating, and we have the impression that the night sky, basically the sky in general, is rotating from east to the west. So the telescope is just trained to track this motion so that it is always tracking the stars in the sky. So we are now tracking the stars, that is, we are just acting against the rotation of the Earth, leaving the asteroid to its destiny. And in fact, if you look at this very quick image, the one I was using as a test, you can easily see that the asteroid is in a small trail, because now we are tracking at the star rates, not at the asteroid rates. So that said, we are taking an exposure 3 minutes long, so I would expect to have a long trail of this object. And I hope that this trail will reveal something of interest for us. So let's see if I am right or not. We have just to wait for a bit more than 1 minute. You can see the countdown running. And when the countdown will finish, we will see if there is something worth to note or not. This is just a guess. I'm not sure we will see something of interest, but the best option, as always, is just to give it a try. And let me see if I can prepare more or less to the expected trail, more or less. Well, I do expect, as I said, a long trail, longer than the trails of the stars, because if I asked to take a picture 2 minutes long, like earlier, the asteroid trail was as long as the stars earlier, but now we have a longer asteroid trail because we are tracking for 3 minutes, not 2. 1 minute more to have 3 minutes. A few seconds left. Let's see if we will see something or not. Maybe I am completely wrong, I don't know. Let's see. Look how beautiful this trail is. because I was trying to I wanted to see if I can show you the brightness of the object changing, and perhaps we see this because look how the brightness of the trail changed. Perhaps we will need to use a longer exposure time. On the upper right, the trail is brighter than on the bottom left end. Now I'm very curious to see the next image in 3 minutes. How beautiful these kind of experiments are. So we see that the trail has a different, it is a varying brightness. It starts bright, it fades. What is the reason of this? A possible reason is that the asteroid is leaving us, so being more distant, it will be fainter in the sky. But there is another possibility, that is the asteroid is rotating pretty fast, and it is a very irregular shape, so the amount of light it is reflecting is modulated by the shape we see, the section of that shape we see from the Earth. If the shape seen, if the surface seen, the section is small, you see the asteroid fainter. If you see the largest section, you see the asteroid brighter. Let's see what the next trail will see, my friends. The sky weather conditions are not the best one because we have the Sahara dust in the Italian sky, but still we can have fun with this. Then, after this image, as a final image for this live feed, I will try to take a 4 minutes long image so that we will capture a very, very long trail, depending on what we will see. Now I am preparing, because now the trail, of course, will ideally continue the previous segment, you know. There is just a little break because it takes some time to the system to download the signal, the information collected by the camera to the computer. Let's wait, let's see what will happen now, my friends. You can see that now the asteroid is bright again. From fade, it starts it starts, sorry, fainter, and it increases the brightness pretty soon. Now let me do one thing. Let me center the object as I did earlier. Adjusting a few things, few parameters here. Okay. It's running like crazy. Just want to be sure. Okay. I want to be sure that the asteroid is on the upper right, so that I will run a 4 minutes long exposure. Okay, I think this is enough. Let's start. So while we wait for 4 minutes, and sometimes 4 minutes can be a lot of time, I will summarize what is happening. First, again, I want to remind you that if you like what we do, that is sharing for free with the community worldwide what happens in the sky in real time, you can support us facing this kind of effort, because as I said, we are not supported by any public institution. The money to keep this project alive is the personal one, a lot of efforts, a lot of hard work, because we really love bringing the cosmos to everyone. If you want to support us, just visit www.virtualtelescope.eu/donate and donate whatever you want to support our activities so that we will keep our project up and running just like a Stargate, to enjoy the cosmos live. Those supporting our project will receive a set of complimentary images, including an exclusive image of the huge potentially asteroid we tracked live a couple of nights ago, and I will add later tomorrow an image of this object. And those who already donated will just simply need to visit the link they received after the donation, and they will find the new image there, because we really want to thank all the people supporting us. Well, we are almost 50% done, and I would like with this image to show you how the trail has a variable brightness due to the rotation of the object. Fast rotation, by the way. Let's hope that the result will be enough after waiting, and with this image we will be actually ending the live feed. Waiting some time, 80 seconds left. The potential Hazardous Asteroid 2024 MK, 200 meters large. It was closer than the moon, just a bit less than 300,000 kilometers, 77% of the lunar distance, the average lunar distance, so a truly spectacular object. Having fun together, tracking this stuff. 40 seconds left now. So nice, so funny. And let's be prepared to the final trail here. To hopefully see the light variation we already spotted earlier. Matter of seconds. Long streak. Oh, here we are. I'm just checking. Okay. Four minutes long trail. And you can see the trail starting fainter than the maximum luminosity you see along the trail. So we have clear evidence that this asteroid is rotating pretty fast. So friends, at this point I am very happy that we succeeded observing this object, so I'm going to close this live feed now. I want to thank you for joining this opportunity to celebrate the asteroid day with this observation. We did something similar a couple of days ago, and I hope to see you on board again very soon. Please, if you like what we do, please consider supporting our project because we really need to keep these things alive. You can visit www.virtualtelescope.eu and from there you can donate. Those donating will receive a set of complimentary images, very exclusive ones, high quality digital imagery to be printed and just framed and placed on your wall. That's all, my friends, from Gianluca Masi in Luxembourg, just controlling the Virtual Telescope Project robotic system in Italy. And I hope you had fun with us. Next time, we will be sharing, who knows, something beautiful again. Meantime, I wish you the very best. Hope you had fun with us. And please keep looking up, keep looking at the stars. Again, consider supporting the Virtual Telescope, virtualtelescope.eu/donate. And I want to thank the technological partner of our project. They are Software Bisq, C-Web, and Telescope Live. That's all, my friends. Keep you looking up and take care.